Hi everybody, and welcome to Searching in Fearless Tarot. Today's message is going to be for Virgo, Aries, and Libra. The song that popped into my head was a song by Tool called Schism. Schism, the word schism is defined by two opposing beliefs, or two people that are two forces that are radically being divided by opposing beliefs. So politicians, church leaders, or it just could be in your friendly neighborhood home with your family. Feeling, maybe some of you are feeling the weight of the vaccine, or some of the people that you live with share different views than you do. Let's see. Father God, Holy Spirit, thank you so much for another day not promised. Thank you for everything that you have given us. We are nothing without it or you. Please help me connect to the Aries, Virgo, Libra collective. That's kind of three really random signs to just pop up all together. So I'm wondering, Libra and Aries are directly opposing each other. And that's talking about, within that archetype, it's talking about how it is within a group of people and how it is to assert yourself and do things on your own. With Virgo, you're talking about you're talking about serving. So let's see. Five of Cups, the High Priestess, and Moonchild. Okay. Some of you could be depressed right now about where you're at in your journey, or feeling like you're not making that much progress. Maybe you thought that you're feeling left out in the cold for some reason or another and anxious about it. Some of you are waiting for a job to come in. Some of you are waiting for finances to come in. Some of you were screwed over in finances. I'm seeing businesses that were started that aren't seeing that much progress. I'm seeing relationships that ended where the circumstances or the finances weren't split evenly or divided evenly. High Priestess, it's like this comes with the feeling of like, you know who you are. You already know who you are. You already know that your body is telling you that your body tells you how to move forward, or you can trust your intuition, or you can trust your foresight. I'm seeing the Magician, the Lovers, and the Magician reversed here. So either you could be trying to manifest something back, or you could be feeling like you're never going to find the right partner, or you're never going to find the right spouse or long-term partner, or feeling like you can't manifest it. Like every day is just the same day over and over and over again. Some of you could feel like you're working really hard for nothing, or you're not really seeing the results of your work. There's just not a whole lot of growth here. And maybe you understand why you're feeling this way. Let's see. Let's go into more messages. For some reason, though, I feel like the schism is between you and another individual. Sorry, guys, but I leave my notifications on just to get confirmation from Spirit. I feel like sometimes when I'm sending a message, they're like, yeah, you're right. So that's why I keep my other phone on. Okay, more messages for Virgo, Aries, Libra. Okay, I feel like a lot of you had to do shadow work on the fact that you had a really difficult time accepting help. Maybe for a lot of you, you're the kind of person that likes to do things solo. You're the kind of person that likes to do things on your own, or not really work in a team. Or maybe you just give to everybody and have an issue with people giving to you. If you're wondering if that's true for you, I would ask you, how do you react? How do you react when someone gives you a compliment? How do you react when someone sees you for who you truly are, authentically, in a beautiful way? Who are you when someone wants to offer you help just because you're you? Oof. Okay. Yeah, the cards dropped to the floor, and the first thing that was hanging in the reverse was the Seven of Cups, which tells me that there are old belief systems, old habits that we're possibly struggling with. Maybe it's really hard for you to let go of control. Maybe it's really difficult for you to not know where the story is completely headed. To rely on faith as long as you have. Let's see. Let's clarify the shadow, or the shadow. Seven of Swords. Hanged Man and King of Wands. Bam. With the Page of Pentacles reversed and the two of Pentacles upright, there could be some more work that needs to be done with expanding, letting yourself free, not doing things like the others do them, accepting the fact that you might not be living a normal life right now, and that's okay. You may not know where your next destination is. With the Hanged Man, he hangs from the tree of life. It's okay. He's sacrificed something, but it's because he knows, he has a feeling of where he's going, and he's waiting for an answer from the tree of life. It's not the best feeling in the world, but with the King of Wands, it seems like you already know your passion. You already know how to move forward in passion. And that's okay. But there needs to be a release of the fact that you can do it all yourself. There will be help that's coming your way. Keep your eye open for it. And don't self-sabotage. So do not self-sabotage by not accepting it. You know, when you give somebody the honor of being able to help you, that's actually a pretty big deal. Some of you could be hiding melancholy and feeling depressed because of a relationship that's no longer. With the Four of Pentacles, and this one especially, look at her holding her throat. To me, that speaks of a closed throat chakra. That speaks of not wanting to speak the truth on the reality of where you're at. And that's okay. It's important for you to start where you're at, what the reality is. You are moving to calmer waters. Some of you know that you need to apologize about something, or someone needs to apologize to you. But I feel like it's you guys. There's this pressure. For some of you, there's an apology waiting for you. For others, you know that you need to deliver that apology because of the anxiety that's going on in your mind and the blockages that are happening in your throat chakra. And no, that might not sound like that big of a deal, but really, when you're not speaking your truth, everything gets affected by that. Everything. Even your perception of who you are gets affected by that. Okay, with the Two of Wands reversed, the Page of Pentacles reversed, and the Nine of Cups, this is talking about delays in plans. Let me clarify the Two of Wands. A lot of you know that a cycle isn't over and that your life is stagnant because this cycle isn't over. With the Seven of Swords, there could have been something that was taken from someone, maybe something that you took, because I'm seeing the Seven of Swords in the world reversed with the Two of Wands. Two of Wands reverse talks about a delay in plans or delay. And Two of Wands to me is like your future. You're thinking about your future. When I see the Three of Wands, that's more like everything that like touches is yours, Simba, you know, or like that's a group. That's more of a group card to me. But with the Two of Wands, this is somebody thinking about their own future, somebody thinking about their own fate and no one else's. With the World reversed, there's still a cycle that's hanging, and that's why you're hanging in this stagnation. That's why you feel like you're not moving forward, and it's the same day in and out. With the Seven of Swords, there could have been some kind of treachery, is what I'm hearing. There could have been something that happened, something that you could be shameful about, or something that you want clarity on from someone else, because you have clarity on it yourself. You see a clear eye to it now. With the Nine of Cups, the Empress, and the Knight of Cups, this could be someone you have children with. This could also just be somebody that you had a long-standing relationship with and there wasn't much closure from. But with the Knight of Cups, that feels more like a proposal, like a face-to-face proposal or a phone call. It doesn't really feel much like a text message, but it's like you discovered that through all of the bullshit that's happened, somehow you've gotten clarity since you two have spoken. The Empress is like, I highly feel like you have a kid with this person, or I don't know if, and for some of you, the Nine of Cups could just mean moving into more stable waters, moving into growth, moving into situations and people and places that make you feel alive. And for others of you, this could be reconciliation. But the thing is that somehow you know, in order to move forward, there's an apology that's needed. That you might just be stagnant until that happens. Eight of Wands, King of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. With the Eight of Wands reversed, this is talking about feeling slow and stagnant. And with the King of Pentacles, this is somebody who can be a little bit too into the physical. King of Pentacles is like someone who only cares about the home loan, only cares about the job and how many hours they work and, you know, what they have, how many cars they have, if they have a boat, if they have a house, how nice is the house. But you're not thinking about the future. You're not thinking about your legacy. You're not thinking about what your children's children are going to be thinking or feeling. That's why you feel directionless. And that's why you feel like you're making the same old choices, like you're not seeing any viable choices, is because there's still not closure and there's still blockages in your heart. And it's not because Spirit's a dick. It's because you've been a dick to yourself. And maybe you did the best you could with what you had at the time. Maybe you weren't introduced to an emotional well-being or a spiritual well-being or anything like that, but I feel like you're getting initiated into it for sure. There's a need to connect to your heart, and until you connect to your heart, you're not going to get out of this feeling like you're not moving, feeling like everything is just boring and monotonous and the same old over and over again. You know the person you want to go towards. You know the person you want to go towards. And you're worried. Either you know the person you want to go towards, or the person that you thought was going to be creating a legacy with you has different beliefs or different wants or different needs than you do. Maybe there's a need to recognize that the person that you were in a partnership with decided to grow beyond the physical. Okay, what's the advice, Spirit? What's the advice? You got to follow your passion. It's weird because what Spirit is showing me is like your heart's sleeping in a dungeon. And it's been closed for a very long time. But recent circumstances are making you open it up again. And it's okay. If you're feeling heart palpitations or like you have actual heartache, that could be your heart chakra opening up at this time. Please clarify the Knight of Cups, Spirit. You can't move forward if you keep hiding your emotions. You can't move forward if you're not taking the time to recognize who you're giving your energy to. There's no way of moving forward unless you actually acknowledge the reality around you. And maybe the schism is happening within yourself. And that's okay. I've had many schisms before. I've been hospitalized for some of my schisms, okay? So don't trip yourself out. It's okay if you're feeling cognitive dissonance right now. And when I say cognitive dissonance, I just mean that maybe the belief system that you grew up with that worked so well for you for so long is no longer working for you, and you're being called to grow into something more. And when I say that, I could mean going into a spiritual practice, getting into a hobby, going into a sport and putting all of your energy towards that sport. Something that's going to connect you and ground you to the right now. Something that's going to bring out your excitement again. Because you're not going to be able to get there without showing emotion. You're not going to be able to get there unless you're brave enough. Some of you have used manipulation in the past, and you're choosing to walk away from that. Or maybe Spirit was showing, for some of you, not all of you, maybe Spirit was showing you all the ways that you've used manipulation in the past. Someone's grandma's here. May or Mabel. That's the name I'm getting. And they're trying to help you along the way. If you feel like if you miss her, or if you've been thinking about your grandmother for a while, that could be her trying to help you out. Trying to show you that even through your past ways, it doesn't matter. That nobody can take away your purity. Nobody can take away who you are. That the things that you went through were solely lessons. And that the reason why you are manipulating or hiding your emotions or not being yourself was because you were filled with fear. And how can you recognize how beautiful and special other people are if you cannot recognize how beautiful and special you are? If you feel like you're going through a really anxious time right now and you don't feel like you have a direction to go, or you don't know what's going on, or things from the past keep getting brought up and your heart keeps breaking because of it, or you judge yourself or you shame yourself because of those things in the past, please do not do that, my friend. Those feelings that are arising in you are only helping you to curtail not doing that again and getting off that fucking timeline and getting on to something that's more authentic for you. I hope this helps. I must go, but I hope this helps, and I love all of you guys. Just know that nobody can take away your purity. You are not your shame. You are not the things that happened to you. You are not any of those things. You are merely the soul that is inhabiting the body on this earth at this time. And you choose what you want to do with that. But I would recommend, if you don't want a serious case of FOMO by the end of your life, try wakening up your heart. Wakening up. Try waking up your heart and understanding that it's okay to have a schism. And all you have to do is look at it a little bit closer, take things day by day, and do it the best you can. Love you guys. Till next time. Bye.